motherfucker stuck in 1989. That's why his album's called One Less Kid.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 10 of season 4.
Double digits now.
There will be 10. Do you remember There Will Be 10?
Yeah, it was the new Nation of Domination, right? I'm supposed to come the next week with our show. Never showed up.
Episode 10, season 4, Juggalo Rewind. I am Peter. That's Chris. What is going on? How's that Mucinex treatment?
Good. Cleared sinuses a week later. Here I am. Right
that
here.
was 2 weeks ago.
Can breathe out of my nose currently, but still fighting whatever's lingering in there. I need to probably call a doctor, but I'm here for the Juggalo Rewind.
I appreciate that.
Here for the history, not for my well-being.
All 3 people that watch this appreciate that. We are talking this week, Hatchet Luv from LUV.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. From Blaze It at Homies, One Less G in the Hood, as we here at the Juggalo Rewind go through track by track on your favorite old school Juggalo albums, as you like to call them.
Sometimes not albums. We've covered a
EPs.
single and an EP here and there.
But they're still media, if you will. And we go track by track and talk about, what the lyrics mean or different stories or stuff that we have going on that we can relate back and forth to. And we truly want to bring you in. This is like one of our group texts, and we're all just kind of bantering about. You guys bounce things back to us in different ways, and we're facilitating. So
we called it a road trip back in the day. You're sitting in the backseat listening to us banter on a road trip, because that's basically what the road trips used to be like. Yeah,
you're a fly on the wall, and we're the ones that are kind of facilitating, and it's sparking your memory. Yeah. So you're welcome. And for this freeness that we give to you, all we ask is for you to like. They're not a sponsor.
Don't see that.
We ask you to like. We'll just put the logo right over it. We ask you to like, share, subscribe, wherever you're watching or listening. It helps everything.
Yeah, get the algorithm cooking. Big on Apple, I hear. You got to get them reviews in. So come on, give us some stuff.
And we would also truly like YouTube subscriptions. So if you can do that, that would be very beneficial.
By summer, we want to get over 100 so we could do some fun stuff on there. So help us get there. Help us get there. And you can always follow us on all social medias at Juggalo RWD. Tons of nonsense on there. Yeah, always.
There's always stuff in the stories, or just us taking a random news story and spitting it into a weird crow or something.
Anytime it was a crow, scarecrow, anytime it was Great Khali does something fun, we like to throw a Juggalo song over him.
I've not done that in a while.
No, lately he's just been him hanging out. It hasn't been anything. There was one where he was lifting weights and like wrapping a log to something, but I couldn't find one to fit it.
Sometimes I want to, and you can't.
Yeah, you don't want to force it.
No.
It's got to be natural. It's got to be a natural Khali.
You can call or text us at 810-666-1570. Email us juggalorwd@gmail.com. And that's how you find us.
Yeah.
You're obviously listening on something or watching on something.
Right.
So thank you for your download.
Yes, I concur.
This is going to be a short boy, but we have a lot of other stuff that I think we can wedge in. So, yes. So, do you want to...
Yeah.
I know you're thirsty. You should make, instead of cans...
Bottle openers?
Yeah, bottle openers.
Maybe we need a whole boo-ski collection because it's back, folks, again. And, man, we got some potent boys the past couple weeks because it's the end of winter, still stout season.
End of winter. It's like 80 degrees this week.
It's going to snow Monday here. So, the Booski of the week's back, folks, and we once again this week we returned to Oddside in Grand Haven, Michigan for a little Vino of Darkness. And you might say, this is Hatchet Luv. Why would you have Vino of Darkness? Well, once we get into lyrics, you'll find out that the dead homie himself says, "Don't let me catch you slipping in the darkness." Vino of Darkness. It fits perfectly.
It fits perfect. It's not just because that was the only one that you grabbed at the store today.
And I just thought, that sounds kind of tasty. So, Don't catch yourself slipping in the darkness for that Hatchet Luv. Get yourself an Imperial Stout aged in red wine barrels. Ooh.
And that's a beer?
Yeah. Oh. Got some on my pants. There we go. This is another potent boy this week. We got 11.
I've got something on my pants after last week's episode.
Got a little red hue to it. Again, I have the wrong glass, but that's okay because, you know.
What's the difference? Well, why do you need a certain glass?
I don't know. I'm not a bartender. Well, you can smell a little bit of the wine in there.
Yeah,
Not bad. Not as heavy as last week's. So.
Oh, I need to. That's why you're pushing it there.
So if you at home have a little odd side vino, a vino of darkness.
We don't do that enough. Where I just like do something and you're not paying attention.
Grab yourself one, crack her open, pour it again. Make sure you just lightly chill it. You don't want it too cold. You want a little slight chill. Get it, the right glass. If not, get yourself a Blazed IPA pint glass. Not for sale in the web store, but find us somewhere. We'll get it to you. Slide in them DMs if you want one. It's a prototype. It's not an official one yet. That's why.
All right. If you see us at a live event, maybe we'll have one or two.
Right.
Only 3 of those in existence. One for you, one for... Or did you already go through this? I'm sorry.
Yeah, a few weeks back. Buddy's
but not
and
just,
Mr. Homie himself.
Yes, Mr. IPA man. Probably has it out on tour right now.
I bet. I bet he packed it in his luggage, wrapped it up nice and neat.
He put some newspaper in it and wrapped it in a towel. He's just sitting back, scrolling Instagram, liking our stories, sipping.
I like to think I'm popping him with our nonsense. When every time he likes one of the goofy.
What was it the other day? I was dying.
The Dr. Seuss one.
Yeah.
Makes I'm like, it's so fucking random weird because he has no context to it.
No, yeah, but just it'd be funny if he's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So that's Booski of the Week.
That's right. Booski.
What else do we have? We have a little bit of a follow-up.
Okay.
Do you remember a couple of weeks ago we were talking about making a doo-wop Juggalo group? So, Eric...
So we got a contract? We're signed?
Yes.
Which label are we on? Magic Ninja or Psychopathic Records? Who signed us?
We're on Chapter 17.
Oh, okay. They got some cool merch. I want one of them sweatpants suits.
Sweatpants suits. Eric, who I don't think you've ever met.
High pitch?
Not high pitch. He used to live in Garden City. He was in the rap scene. He was White Boy Rick's band / one of his hype men. So he's done his time. Good dude.
He's done his time.
Well,
Is that what you call being in White Boy Rick's crew? Good time.
Usually our texts go back and forth between psychopathic nonsense and then talking shit about Rick. He brought up the fact, he just texted me last week, the quartet would be called the Hatchet Sharps, which is kind of funny. I don't want to stick to psychopathic.
Yeah.
I'd rather it be Juggalo, but he wants in the group.
Yeah.
So Fritz may be on the outs.
But
he can still do the music. But
sure, we need someone to make the... Do you think he does ragtime piano, though? Put a little...
Is it the next song?
He played piano on Hood Rats.
Yeah, there's some piano in the CD. But he also thinks we should have Rex in it.
Okay.
And he's turning it into a boy band where he wants Rex to be the bad boy. He's the older one. We're all just
I don't think you need gimmicks in a barbershop quartet.
Right, but he's slightly turning it into which I'm I said I'm now we're doing boy band stuff, and he's saying it's a modern twist on it. He said a quartet, boy band, pop punk movement.
No, he's getting too... I want to be a traditional quartet singing Juggalo music in a barbershop style. I don't need all this extra nonsense.
Okay, I'm just saying there's different ideas. I mean,
Rex could still be a member, but you have to be a collective. To be a barbershop quartet, there's no individuals. You're all one. You're
That's
one
true.
voice. You're one machine.
He also said we should call it the Songbirds of the Lotus.
now we're talking.
I can work with that.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Songbirds, love it. Writing that down.
So, yeah, I think he's going to be back in town. He lives in Tennessee right now. So
I like this when we make notes, just because if anyone's seen our Google Docs, there's like a little side area where I just scribble shit, and sometimes it's you go back to it and you're like, what the fuck? There was the one where I wrote down instead of stretch hummy Navi bus, I put Nazi bus, and you go, why does it say stretch hummy Nazi bus? I gotta try to type really quick. I don't know what I wrote down.
that's funny.
So yeah, maybe we should start sharing screen captures of our Google Doc, because it starts getting messy and funny at times.
I don't know if I want to share our behind the scenes on that.
True.
Maybe on
Patreon
this.
exclusive if we ever get there.
Not the main one. Our main screen is top secret.
That's right.
But
some of the notes become funny.
yeah, I've had
last week just says Junior Soprano as Blaze.
And if you follow us on Instagram,
Yeah,
maybe
probably
you
seen
saw
it.
that. So let us know if you like that kind of nonsense. You should, because you follow us. So,
Right.
Speaking of nonsense, we're going to have another thing here. As you know, or maybe you're a new listener. I don't know who you are. Are you a new listener, old listener? Are you a current Juggalo? Are you an old Juggalo? Are you an ex-Juggalo?
Are you a Zug? Not Zug.
Are you a
Are you a
Zuggalo?
Zooligan or a Thuggalo? Those are the two new subcultures in the Juggalo world.
Okay.
I understand.
Word.
Word.
Chris and I share a YouTube account, and every once in a while we go through and we see what each other was watching on the Rewind account.
Yeah.
So
I was on it last night, so there's probably some nonsense that I got to do last night.
I have not looked at this, so I am unaware. So here we go.
Okay. We need a jingle.
We do.
Dial up Fritz. Oh, yeah, you did get it. Yeah,
I
you're
just
right.
have it's not like great, but I mean, it's something.
I forgot.
It's the best one I could find. A lot of Blaze, and I was looking at our own stuff. So I wanted to see what shirts we've already worn. So
Try to boost the numbers on your own. Just leave it running on a loop.
it is funny how some have way more numbers than the others, but that's okay.
The Blaze season has the most. Those old ones don't have any because of the video.
The video does help.
Apparently.
Who am I? Vinny's first live podcast.
If anyone doesn't know, that's Pete's sex doll that he likes watching. Not Vinny. Vinny's the one who has the sex doll.
I need to watch that.
The baby
That
unveiling.
live. I know I watched that one. That was real weird.
That's real weird.
How to remove Google Chrome notification virus.
Yeah, that was my wife's fault. She had an online training and hit the push notifications for something, and it was just boom, 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 like nonstop pop-ups on the side if you were on her Chrome browser.
Yeah.
So I had to figure out how to turn that off.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3, final trailer. Dragonfly Jones 2.
Yeah, from Martin. Silence! Silence!
I got
Our
you.
good friend ROC knows because he posted about it a few weeks back, and
That's fine.
I yelled that at him on it. Which, by the way, that scene... Sorry, I'm getting all excited because I love Martin. That scene's like 8 minutes long. It's so long. That's like 1/4 of an episode.
Yeah, like 1/3 of it. That's crazy.
Like, what was the main storyline? Because it's just Dragonfly Jones in a bar getting in a fight with one of his students, and it goes on for so long. And I'm like, that can't be the main storyline. Like, he ate up a big chunk of his show for this. God bless Martin. Damn genius.
Eminem and Twisted full album.
That I stumbled on after listening to the new Twisted EP.
Yeah, Echoes from Dimension X.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to that yet.
I was curious how that Twisted... someone made a Twisted Eminem like mashup.
Yeah.
I just kind of scrolled through it. Nothing really popped out to me, but I was curious.
Shout out to the homie Jesse for producing that entire
that's
new
cool,
one.
yeah.
So the Echoes from Dimension X. I have not listened to it yet. It's only 13 minutes long. That's only
It's
four
like 4
songs.
songs, yeah.
Babe. Father,
Big
Son,
City.
Holy Ghost official video.
Boy Kelly sent us that.
Yeah, I don't.
I think, right? It's like a pop metal musician?
Maybe. I'll check that out. Blaze, Blaze, Blaze. For the Fam Volume 2. For the Fam Volume 1.
I checked those out, yeah. Because I don't think I've ever listened to them. But when I hit it, I vaguely remembered it. I think I had it on like iTunes back in the day. Because I had a cover of them like coming out of the grave. Like, oh, I remember that. And then, yeah. I'd actually never heard, though, the interview with... Is it Denver Chris on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, I recognize that voice.
That's not the whole thing, too. They chopped it.
Oh, really?
I don't know how they even got it.
Was that old PT interview?
Yes.
That's fun. They just threw it on there.
And then they, ICP with a We just did.
Yeah, that's what
album.
made me go revisit that. Yeah.
Man, I keep hitting fucking play, so this is going to be all fucked up. Yeah, I was trying to give them notes on it, but I was on vacation and they were like asking me, but they didn't come back with any other questions. So I'm like,
Right.
oh, I guess that's enough.
Yeah.
I think everyone thinks he's you, which is funny.
I could see that maybe.
Just because you have the same fucking name.
We have very fun personalities, I think. We're good guys.
Lots of Eminem here. Soul Intent Live. Rare Eminem.
Yeah, that was Proof's, and the anniversary of Proof's passing. I went on a rabbit hole of all his old music and Eminem affiliated ones from back in the day.
Isham Redemption.
That I think accidentally started playing after something.
Wet Hot American Summer.
That was planning for future things.
Eagle Man.
Oh man, you need to watch that.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Podcast we discussed on here before, Halloweenies.
I'll click that just to bring it to the top.
The one guy on the Halloweenies podcast, Mike Vanderbilt, mentioned, I guess, on an upcoming episode. I seen someone tweet about it, and they're like, "Here's the link to what he's talking about because everyone needs to see it." And it's some like local car ad, like insurance ad or something about an eagle like, landing on someone's car. It's so bad and ridiculous.
What's Rubber Trailer 2? It's a tire and a rabbit.
It's a movie about a serial killing tire.
I'm done. Mad Honey.
I just send that to someone.
What's Space Grapes?
What is that? Oh, Tony from Record Time, he shared it, and he's like, oh, this is some rare, vinyl someone was talking about, and it's jam song. That's the one thing about YouTube you can find is all 60s, 70s songs that are lost to time that are awesome, and it was just a banging disco track.
Deck One Delt did something with Mars?
It was like an unreleased song or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know that they did that.
I didn't listen to it. Did you?
I don't think
someone
I did.
started it.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
accidentally started it.
It's not on here, but did you watch or listen to the Mars interview?
No, I still
yet?
need to do that. Yeah.
I have not given that a chance yet. That's from In the Pit Photography. I assume that's the name of their channel.
It's not the guy who does the photos though. It's someone else.
Oh, really?
Connected to him. Yeah.
Oh, I always thought it was the same dude.
No, I think it's his buddy who does the interviews.
Part 5 of 5, Happily Ever After, the relationship.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, Royal Rumble 1991 roster, Anybody Kill Alive, CCR, Mattel Creations, Sam Bernstein. I watched that one.
Sam Bernstein ad.
The commercial with all 4 sports.
Oh yeah.
Because my wife didn't know who the 4th one was, and I'm like, I have no idea. It's Rick Mahorn.
Okay. Darren McCarty showed up at the Super Bowl party in the exact same outfit. That commercial came on. He's like, look at, I'm wearing that same outfit.
Every time I've seen him, I think he's wearing that same outfit. Blah, blah, blah. More Dragonfly Jones.
I like that I watch Dragonfly Jones in month intervals in between each other.
Ryan Adams' Angry Message.
Oh,
there's a lot going on here, but
I listened to Your Favorite Band Sucks, another pod that we enjoy, and
I don't enjoy. Fuck them.
Oh, it's so good.
They make me mad. That's why. I know that's the point, but I can't do it.
The best part is because there's sometimes they'll shit on a certain artist, and then I listen to them in like batches, and like 4 or 5 episodes later, they're like shitting on an artist and like saying they're not as good as an artist they like shit on weeks ago. So they're like, just doing it to get a rise out of the hardcore fans. But Ryan Adams, who is an asshole in general, he was like a sexually abusive relationship guy, whatever. But Greg DeGratis, I think is his name.
Yeah.
He has a local radio show in Chicago, and he had a review early on talking shit to him, and Ryan Adams leaves him a voicemail, and he's
That's
like
good.
saying how he's never mounted anything, you're a piece of shit, and he's like, and everyone knows that the music's good, it's just you. Like, he just comes up like so like cocky asshole. And I like Ryan Adams' music, but he's a piece of shit.
Let's see. Best Bluey moments from season 1. Lots of Bluey.
Oh, that was downstairs with my daughter.
Kenny Omega wrestling the 10-year-old girl. That was me.
I was saying maybe I was showing Ivan that. I don't remember.
Ibushi wrestling Yoshihiko. That got big play at my WrestleMania party. Everyone's like, "What did you go see?" And I'm like, "This is what I went to see."
Your buddies didn't go to any of that. They weren't like. They weren't hip to
nope,
that whole world.
I just kept texting them pictures. I'm like, "This is what I saw." They're like, "What the fuck is that?" I'm like, "That's Yoshihiko. You better fucking
damn legend.
Understand." At this point, I have to start skipping stuff. Lots of Circle 6. Shout out to Circle 6 for doing their live videos over WrestleMania weekend. Maybe in the future we'll be doing something with Circle 6.
Hopefully.
I heard someone told my boy Ryan told me that he doesn't listen to this, so what the fuck? Why'd I say his name? That they announced the Detroit date. But I went through all their stuff, and they're just talking about that LA show. I don't see any new dates.
No, maybe he's getting confused with Old Wrestling, which is coming to town. So
that's also possible, because he has a connection to that, so that may be true. He may be wrong, but he's cool, so I won't talk shit. Lots of Circle 6 on here. Jesus, you were going fucking crazy.
I was watching all those Mania weekend.
Lots of Bluey, more Bluey.
Bluey, by the way, great TV show for kids. It's well written. It's very good.
24-hour mechanical. Oh, that's me. Woods Indoor 24-hour mechanical outlet timer. So we have this timer that you plug into the clock, into the, your what do you call it? Fuck no, lamp.
Lights turn on. Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out how to work it, so I googled it and I found it. There's like a little switch on the side. That's all that was missing.
YouTube's good for that.
We may be back to the end. Lots of Blaze I've skipped over as our Asteroid City official trailer.
Oh, yeah. A new Wes Anderson movie. You watch any of those?
I'm familiar, but I'm not like super into it.
It's about an alien, like coming to it's like a 1950s like town, whatever, like what do they call them, like nuclear families, back in the day. So it's a fucking ton of people in it, and then they scroll on all the names at the end. It mentions Jeff Goldblum, but he's not in the trailer, and I'm like, I hope he's the alien. Like, he plays the alien in one of the Thor movies, and he's so goofy, and I'm like, oh, he'd be a perfect goofy alien that shows up in this. But I'm excited for that movie. That looks really good.
Friday the 13th, Part 6. That was a clip for me.
He's got a maggot head.
Eddie Kingston documentary. Eddie Kingston and Claudio. I was trying to sell myself on not going to Ring of Honor, and that did not help me. I haven't heard how that match was.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
But Stranglemania, JCW, had to properly fortify a card in Supercard.
What the fuck?
DJ Assault. I was looking that up for a specific reason. What is this Jonah Ryan video? Is that you?
Oh, yeah. That's from Veep. I'm watching Veep right now, and that show is so good. Jonah Ryan's character is so fucking funny.
Maybe that'll be one that I actually put on here.
Oh God, he's at a kindergarten or preschool, and he starts yelling about how much pussy he gets. His character is so funny.
Lots of trailers. Raven and Canyon from Nitro.
Oh yeah,
so good. Now we're back to, I think, what we've already talked about.
That was a lot, though. Here,
that's a ton. Did we talk about how Deck One Delt did the thing with the AI presidents talking about their favorite ICP CDs?
We talked about it. I don't know if we talked about it here.
Oh, fuck. It's so funny. I love the people who do that for real. It's like, I forget what it's called. Presidential whatever on TikTok. Like, it's a perfect one. Everyone kind of steals it, which is all TikTok is like stealing
someone
other
that gets
people's
popular
shit.
and someone jumps on it.
But their shit is so funny. And then their Deck One Delt did a real funny one.
You're just plugging something into like an AI machine and it's getting like pushed out in the voices.
In their voices, yeah, but it's perfect.
It's crazy.
Abominations, Humble Gods doing American Girl.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard that?
No.
Do you know who the Humble Gods are?
Yeah, it's pre-Cottonmouth Kings.
Yeah.
They're more punk rock band though than like rap group.
I saw them open for ICP as Humble Gods, and it was fucking awesome. I'm like, this is awesome.
You were super into them, but you weren't into Cottonmouth, right? You were really Cottonmouth.
I could give two shits about Cottonmouth.
First two albums are so good.
I think I have the first two, but yeah, I don't care. But that shit, like, that's one of those times. I don't think there's much else here as I go through. Ooh, Eddie Kingston versus Jun Akiyama. Watch that again. I don't know. Maybe we haven't talked about it here, but like, there were some things in that era where I'm just like, obviously we liked Psychopathic, ICP, all that stuff. But when they would do something or someone would tie with them, I'm like, holy fuck, like, this is awesome. When ICP first did wrestling, when I saw them at the first Stranglemania, I'm like, this is perfect. I could watch this all day. Like, my two worlds coming together. And for some reason, that Humble Gods, I don't know what tour it was. I want to say it was on the east side. It was like at one of those, like the Ritz or whatever the fuck it used to be over there. But goddamn, that show was just like mind-blowing. Because I'm not really super into like punk rock, but I like rock. You know, I wasn't like a hip-hop kid at all at that time. So I'm like, this is fucking sweet. And I remember them doing American Girl. And I think they had a girl in the band, and she was like, they were all up front on the stage, like hanging over you, and then a big fucking American flag. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. So that's a good cover. I suggest anyone go listen to that or the whole CDs. No Heroes.
I've listened to it a couple times. It's been a while though. But yeah, to me, I was always Cottonmouth was those first couple Cottonmouth albums were. Seen them at Clutch Cargo's plenty of times with Steve.
Got booted off the stage by Taxman.
That happened for sure. Taxman's in the new Cottonmouth Kings now. Talk about a fucking bastardized version of... As we talk about the deluxe album being a bastardized version of Blaze's album.
You want to do a Cottonmouth season?
Ooh, maybe for the Patreon we'll do a Royal Highness.
You couldn't fucking pay me. If everyone wants to scrape money together to hear me talk about those shithead assholes...
that'd be fun because you'll hate every second and I'll love it, so... I think that'd be funny.
I think we're going to do that with the next season, too.
That's true.
All right, so those are all of our nonsense segments.
What are we even here for? What is this?
We just killed 30 minutes doing that.
Jesus.
We are here for Hatchet Luv. As we said last week, me and Rex used to call that the Blaze Dance. I don't know if it's because he did it. I always think he was on stage doing it.
Yeah. He still does it when it comes on. But now his new dance is kind of like the little hop he does.
Yeah.
He loves to hop.
He loves the Hatchet Luv. Episode 10, track 10, obviously, on the regular edition, which is what we care about. The original 2001 version.
Yes. But if you have to find it, I guess you listen to the shitty-ass deluxe edition.
It's there. It's streaming. It's not optimal, but we suggest you get that or that, put it into your car, open the perfect Blaze weather right now.
It is. Actually, I don't know. I think perfect Blaze weather is fall, where the sun's creeping through. You roll down the windows, but it's like, rolling the windows, it's still a little crisp, too cold, but you have a hoodie on, but the windows are down, the sun's coming through, like right when the weather's breaking into football season, that's Blaze. That's what I think. I think about kicking Ohio State's ass, listening to Blaze Ya Dead Homie.
All right. I can buy that. So yeah, obviously we've said that we dive into each song, so we are here for Hatchet Luv. Producer on this track, Mike P. We assume Mike P and Twisted, so we're saying no frets. No.
I think as we do these intros, we just assume Twisted's got their hands in the cake mix, as Esham would say. Twisted's involved with
last week.
Putting these songs together.
Is the cake mix warm and wet?
Oh, God. But when we say producer, we're thinking like who who's the main one putting the beat together. This week it's a Mike Peasy production for sure.
Is straight Mike P, not even
No
Twisted.
Twisted's even involved, yeah. This almost feels like, as we'll get into it, something they added, which makes no fucking sense because it already has fucking 18 tracks or whatever. They're like, oh, we need one more track. Mike P throw a beat together and have Blaze just rap over it.
Yeah.
Like, that's how this feels, which makes no sense because the album's so fucking long.
It's also funny that the two songs that straight up have Hatchet in the title are just Mike P.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, we need more on-brand shit.
Maybe
so.
that's the only reason it was added, too. Then they wanted to make sure it's connected to the brand.
To the Red Running Man.
Yeah. It's too disc, it's too grimy Detroit. We need some more Hatchet Man. I mean, this definitely feels like it was added last minute. And yeah, it's not because you need filler because the track's so long, so.
Yeah, unless they thought that. I mean, now we're getting into the minutia of like how a CD is put together. Could you not run Hood Rats into Saturday Afternoon? Is that like two bangers that you can't?
But even at that point, you'd find a way to work around that and fit it somewhere else.
I don't know.
At fucking, how many tracks do we have? 18? Is that what I keep
15.
saying? 15. I guess it's not that many.
Yeah,
It's over an hour though. That's the problem.
throw some more on there.
They did on the deluxe edition. Mama ain't changed.
You saw how that happened. Time on this track, as we're alluding to, 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Punk rock length. Humble God's length.
You don't know that. There is a 20-second intro, though. We'll get to that. Track number 10, as we said, this is found on the deluxe edition as well
Yeah.
as the regular. Did you want to talk about your note, or you want to talk about that at the end?
I guess we could just say it here just so we don't forget. We've referenced this a few times. Blaze had a Replicon interview. I believe that's what it was at.
I think.
And he just mentioned that this was longer originally, that he was more pissed off, more angry, shit-talking in a second verse, and they just cut it, saying it was too negative or too angry. He didn't really go into any details and didn't seem like he really remembered it much, but apparently there originally was a longer version of this song, and I don't believe it's still out there. It sounds like they just kind of scrapped it, cut it, threw it in the garbage can.
Right away, yeah. Nothing.
Maybe he never recorded it. Maybe he just had it and was spitting it, and they're like, nah, it doesn't really fit.
All right.
It does feel like an interlude.
That's what I mean. It's like in between these two songs.
That beat. Mike P does some fire on this one.
So yeah, like you said, I think it is a little bit of a wedge in between the two. All right.
Right into a hood rat.
I like how it says verse. Not like verse 1 or whatever, just verse. So you have to kind of the sweet guitar intro. I like it.
Yeah.
I like the beat.
And it's not heavy rocking like some of the Mike P stuff has. This one's, I don't know, it's got a little funk to it. A little, you know.
I do know.
I understand.
I've heard.
Almost like Mike Clark sounding. Yeah.
Well, we know what happened when Mike Clark and Blaze got together.
That was Gang Rags, right?
I think so. That's when they
scrapped it and redid it.
I made him redo his whole fucking CD. But that's okay. Blaze starting off hot.
Yeah.
Use a bitch. Trick ass snitch motherfucker. So whoever he's talking to, he's not happy with.
No.
I'm assuming because they're snitching.
Yeah.
The type of snitch motherfucker type bitch.
Sleeping with the enemy, sucker. He's giving him every bad name in the book here.
He is. Don't let me catch you slipping in the darkness.
Very nice. It's you could taste the wine in it. If you're just listening, I'm discussing the booski.
Well, yeah. It's not like it was last week. It was 20 minutes ago.
Feels like an eternity.
It does. We ain't friends.
Yeah.
And Blaze says that he ain't forgot shit.
So I'm taking this as very generic shit talking. Do you think he's referencing someone in particular? You think he's talking about scraps here? You think it's
I don't know.
a legit diss? It feels just a generic shit talking album.
And there goes all the beer. She doesn't want the moon mist, does she?
No.
Okay. I feel bad. So, for our listeners and our watchers, our buddy Steve came over, who may bounce in and out of the background. He brought us a nice moon mist and meat sticks.
Yeah.
Which I'm still on my diet, so I
Cleaning
cannot.
your system out, shitting everywhere.
I didn't say that. I cannot have these fine products, but they're appreciated. I just can't have them. I'm stronger than that. I have a strong will.
Gotta look like Lex Luger at Camp Zool.
Still losing. Since last week, I've lost a ton more.
A ton more.
I still got a ton to go. You're still a bitch. Fuck your homeboys, too. So he hates the guy's crew. Got a slug for every motherfucker in your crew.
Yeah.
So he's ready to just shoot everybody in this guy's camp. Bitch, you ain't hard. Your crew ain't shit. Take my dick out your mouth when you speak in the shit.
So
Why is everything about like... Oh. No.
What?
There's just... That is enough fellatio.
There's a lot of dick
humor.
sucking on this album.
There is. I assume... I didn't pick this up when I first read this, that like... He's talking about this guy as like a hanger-oner.
Yeah.
Like he's a fucking...
Yeah,
he's a mark for
sucking
him.
up to him.
Yeah, I thought something else. So
But he's a snitch behind his back.
yes.
You're just visualizing some guy blowing blades. Is that what you're doing over there?
Oh, what? Oh, I'm sorry. I was deeply distracted. When the shotgun blasts, motherfuckers hauled off. Ain't no escaping the motherfucking sawed-off. Good line. He's
Yeah.
talking about a sawed-off shotgun again.
That's one I always remember. That's one I'll like say out loud to myself, rapping along.
They sawed off 12-gauge bullet spray,
Yeah.
and the ambulance comes to take your body away.
Who was 12 gauge in Riders?
That's not a thing.
Wasn't someone called 12 gauge?
No.
No?
Not at all.
Oh, I thought someone was called that.
Full clip, cell block, little shank. Full clip,
Bullet,
bullet,
Converse.
Converse. What was what's his fuck's name? Twin Gats.
Twin Cats. That's what I'm thinking of.
What was Boondocks' name? Like Young Dirt? No.
Young Dirt.
No, that was his like original. What was his?
He had
Run-
something connected to the crow, the scarecrow gimmick.
Crow gimmick. Anyways, while you look up rider names, don't look up all the 18.
The new version.
Yeah. What's Dustin's name in there?
Oh, he is Young Dirt.
Yeah, see? I know what I'm talking
Sawed
about.
off. Maybe that's why I'm thinking of sawed off, even though 12 gauge has nothing to do with sawed off. I'm just...
Which, so funny when ABK does that. And he comes out with the arm,
Yeah.
like, hey, that's fucking...
Good gimmick.
At a gathering, I swear he did it in a wheelchair once.
Oh, really? Pulled the Snoop Dogg at the MTV Music Awards?
The ambulance comes to take your body away. You're still a bitch riding to the hospital. He's like, even though I've shot you and beaten you up and done everything to you, you're still a bitch.
He's just following along, shit-talking the ambulance and it drives away.
It's like WWE when like you look up in the front and he turns around, he's driving.
This is Taker's driving it. Where to?
They've done that way too much, and it's always terrible. Keep looking for the doctor to wire your jaw. It's like, you think that guy at the Cubby Bear got his jaw wired?
It don't need to. He's dead. He got murdered.
I thought his jaw just got wiped off his face.
Oh, he was like, he looked like mashed potatoes. His face was just bloody mashed potatoes.
So they wired his jaw.
Yeah.
I've never seen Blaze and Moody at the same place at the same time.
They both look like they throw a mean hook, you know. They both got big paws on their hands.
They're both 6'2".
Yeah. Though earlier he's shooting them with the 12 gauge, and I was we're just gonna wire your jaw. I think if you're getting sprayed with a sawed off, you need more than just a wired jaw.
Maybe he fucking hit him with the butt of the gun. Yeah.
Oh, hit the gun.
You'll be
You
a
bitch motherfucker till the day you die.
And I put that on the Hatchet, my homies, and drive by.
Yeah.
drive-by reference. Was there another one earlier?
I thought there was, because I think I remember asking, is this the first time they've been referenced as drive-by?
And then the hook.
Shouldn't Hatchet be capitalized here on Genius? Isn't it a official name? Like, shouldn't it be capitalized? Like you do with a city or a company. It is a company, right?
You think the should be capitalized too?
The Hatchet.
I put that on fucking William H. Hatchet.
Yeah, it's not on a real hatchet. It's on the actual hatchet. It should be capitalized. Fix that in Genius.
You're on it. You fix it.
I don't have a membership.
It's just our normal name and password.
Drive-by's capitalized. So shouldn't Hatchet be capitalized?
I can't do this anymore.
I mean, it is. It's real. It's a label. It runs beneath the streets.
It's not a label. That's psychopathic. That's a label.
I guess. Do they? So, let me think. I don't know. I think you'd capitalize that.
Steve's here. Maybe we should ask him. I put that on the hatchet. You capitalize the hatchet?
Say what now?
It's
like a track title?
Like if we're talking about the hatchet.
They're referencing the hatchet. It should be capitalized. Like it's an entity. It's a
capital T.
That's what I said.
Capital T-A, capital the, capital hatchet, capital H.
Capital hatchet.
They capitalized drive-by, so you should capitalize the hatchet. That's all I'm saying.
All caps, just the H.
No, yes, just to make sure you know you're not talking about a actual utensil hatchet. You're talking about the label itself, the hatchet.
This is going from bad to worse.
Running with the hatchet.
Yeah, that would be all capitalized, right? Running, you'd have the R, you'd have all three of those letters capitalized. That's like a tagline.
Where's this app going, you guys?
It's going. It's gonna end real soon, real fast.
How many minutes are we in?
Enough. We're winding down. Don't you worry. So yeah, the hook, which is funny that they call it a hook because it's just one time.
Yeah.
Is him just saying he puts it on the hatchet from the cradle to the casket.
Yeah.
He's always repping psychopathic.
Psychopathic capitalized here, by the way.
It is. Well, because it's a fucking label name.
That's true. It's official.
Also, he's not always repping psychopathic because they fired him without telling him.
He quit, though, didn't he?
No. No, that's when they said he was leaving on the website. And then someone, he had a show that night. And he's like, well, I guess I'm out. So that's how he found out.
I thought he quit, too. I thought there was two separate incidents.
Yeah, no. I think he got fired.
Yeah.
Or they knew he was leaving.
On the label then, or no?
No.
He was announced that he was going to be on the label, and then never actually was.
Shocking. And then the outro is just him saying, throw your hatchets up.
Yeah.
Which is a nice little lead-in into the next song. But
yeah, it transitions very well. By the way, we had a song a few weeks back called Juggalo Anthem. This should be called the Juggalo Anthem. This feels very anthem, you're throwing your hands up, a hatchet, it makes sense. The other one is just a shit-talking track.
I agree. We talked, was it last week before? Do you remember, Steve, when me and you went to see Blaze in Cleveland?
We took a King Gordy sign.
Did we?
Oh, no, that was JCW. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we did that, too.
I was like, why did we bring a sign to a place? Yeah.
It's random that we went. It was in Cleveland.
Yeah, that was a good show.
It's funny that it was just a random one-off that we went to. So we mentioned that. We mention it again because we're talking about Blaze.
I love Blaze.
Who doesn't?
Big baller. I don't give a fuck.
So I don't know. That's about it for this. It was a short boy, right?
Yeah.
Where do you put it on the CD? Or does it even count? I wouldn't say that it doesn't count, but it's not...
It's not bad, but it's not needed. That's what I'm saying. It felt like it was sandwiched in at the end, and it wasn't because they needed more time, because it's over an hour. So I think you made a good point that they sandwiched it in because they need more of the brand. The visor was like, you gotta talk about the hatchet, boy. You can't just be a dead body and killing people.
More hatchet. You need to talk about the hatchet.
Yeah.
I've bled for it.
Yeah.
This is my label, goddammit. You better start talking about it. So.
It's the most over thing we've ever had.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I think it's better than Here I Am, but it's still at the bottom of the...
Yeah. It's almost not a song.
No, it's an interlude of
Yeah.
sorts.
Hard to
What song?
Hatchet Luv. You'd recognize it, but there's nothing very memorable in it.
We'll play it for you in a minute. Don't you worry. Well,
I'll give it up for Mike P's beat, though.
yeah, the guitar is sweet.
I like how it kicks in.
So yeah, I almost call this non-applicable, as we say in the business. NA.
It's with Here I Am and Juggalo Anthem, rounding out the bottom of the...
It's practically Smoke Break, I think.
But he's got a verse in it, so...
He does, but... Is there any lines that you really remember?
No, nothing jumps out line-wise. I guess I put that on the hatchet.
The outro and the hook.
By,
yeah, that's what's... If this is live, this is one of those where he's just doing this to get it out of the way, and then the hook and the outro are what gets everyone
That's what's memorable. Is him doing the dance, the hatchet chop,
and that can even repeat. Speaking of, there he is, there. But yeah, it's almost like he could let that repeat if he takes a break, and everyone can kind of kick in and do whatever. So yeah, that's kind of it for that one. I mean, we're not hating on it. We're just there's nothing really to. No
I think
spot.
It makes sense, as we mentioned, the smoke break. It makes sense in that context, but it's not really. It doesn't even really do that on this album. It's just kind of there.
Yeah.
And I think you nailed it. It's just we need the brand. I think that's about it.
Give me the hatchet.
People don't realize after you came back from the dead, you joined us.
God damn it! My brother brought that book all the way from fucking Saudi Arabia.
He stole it from Saddam. God damn it!
We put that lotus flower on there for you. All right, that's enough. For once, we may actually have a short episode, so we should wrap this boy up. Remember to follow us on all social medias at Juggalo RWD. Call us at 810-666-1570 and do it quick before Steve does so that he can listen to the whole fucking thing again. If you're listening or watching, don't forget to, what do you call it?
Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, email it to someone, as you've done at shows. Airdrop it to everyone you know. Send it to
I've done that. I've taken a picture and then airdropped it just to see who'll pick it up.
You spamming people at fucking drug events?
Only one person picked, our buddy Blade. He picked it up and we know him and he said, "Don't fucking do this to me." He didn't even know my number. He just randomly saw it. Yeah, it was perfect. So yeah, wherever you watch or listen, subscriptions are helpful so that you can get said information into your ears at the right times.
Ads going on in this motherfucker.
I've thought about that. So, but someone would have to be desperate enough to do that. So
I might get one here pretty soon.
hell yeah, man.
I mean, I think you could just activate it, and if someone wants to dial. By the way, Manscaped motherfuckers, we want you at Camp Zool. We want to shave hairy Zuggalos. Not Zuggalos. I keep doing that.
You want to shave them
Zooligans.
personally?
Isn't that what we're gonna do? Is shave some of them hairy Zooligans live at Camp Zool?
Anyways,
allegedly, we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know where to go from that.
Chris shaving people.
Email us at juggalorwd@gmail.com, and otherwise, I think we're done with this episode, eh?
Throw it up.
Throw your hatchets up. Next week, we will see you next Thursday, but
you better listen to it next Saturday.
We may want to.
Up in this bitch. Is that the song?
No,
we are.
What's that one?
We already covered that, but
that's a good one.
Next weekend, this one reminds me of Steve's old truck.
Had the Blaze sticker on the truck.
What track would you say you drove around? Would you blast in the old truck?
The EP.
After the EP, the track off this on a weekend What would be
This
the
is all
weekend?
getting cut. This is all video only,
that
not
means the video
audio.
died.
Oh,
Fuck, man. I don't know. We used to bump it going to like the Halloween stores. It reminds me of fall. Did it come out in the fall or no?
Did
Yeah.
came out Halloween.
Okay, well then it must have been Halloween after us going to the fucking stores and shit. But yeah, I don't know. I can't name too many songs.
Saturday afternoon.
Sure.
You would know it. One's a banger.
all right. So next week, you'll get
clean
this.
all that up.
Yeah, you'll be getting next week's on Thursday,
Up and post. You know what I
but
mean?
you may be listening to it on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
So
Mashing on the bitches.
sipping on formaldehyde. Oh, we got a lot to go. A lot to do next week, so come see us, and we will be with you later on. For Chris, this is Peter, Juggalo Rewind, and that's it. That was a quick boy.